Hello everybody, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys an awesome game from the defense. We're watching the winners bracket playoffs here. Navi versus EG, two of the best teams in the world right now, and it's going to be pretty exciting to see how this ends up going. So we are winner bracket finals. That means whoever wins this game goes on to the finals. Both of these teams are guaranteed a spot in the top three. So at the very least, they're all going to be winning. Well, their team is going to be winning at least 1,500 euros. The top prize pool is 6K. And once again, this is for the defense, sponsored by Own3D. So we're going to start off the picking and the banning here, and it should be a pretty awesome time once again. Navi actually just played a best of 2 earlier this morning against Complexity in the Premier League, and I watched both of those games, and they were very, very well played by Navi. They just, I don't know, I wasn't paying obscene attention, so it's kind of hard for me to analyze where things went wrong, but Navi played very well, and they just pretty much reaffirmed that they're the best team in the world right now. I mean, I think Complexity is ranked higher on Gosu bets, on GosuGamers.net, but Navi's still kind of shutting down any upcoming team that beat Absolute Legends, they beat Complexity, they've beaten EG in the past, things like that. Just shutting them down and winning really, really big games. So pretty awesome from Navi. And starting off the draft, we're going to see an anti-mage banned by EG. Melk is now captaining for them. They just kind of want to get that out of the way. Now their player lineup is generally more decided to be a Danish flag now. Their 6th player, who's not currently in the game, is Playmate. Playmate also from Denmark. Melk from Denmark, Misery as well, Playmate, and I think Lacoste is Swedish or something. I can't remember. I don't think he's from Denmark. I might be wrong though. I can't remember. I don't believe he's from Denmark though. Demon as well as Fear, both Americans though, and they previously did have an extra American. I think they used to have 3. I cannot remember now. I'm forgetting. They did have another player, but they just had a couple roster switches. Melk is captaining for them now. Ain't going to be doing a great job, I'm sure. Has had some good picking so far. Navi will ban out a Darkseer. Darkseer is a wonderful teamfight hero. He's kind of a hero that Navi just gets rid of every single game. They just don't even mess around with it. They don't even want to deal with him. Every single game that I've seen them play in the last couple weeks, just Darkseer gone. Every time. They don't even mess around. And that's a hero that a lot of other teams just don't ban in the first round. And I wonder if this is partially because Navi is just so great at picking and going towards their strengths that they just don't care. You know, the first round bans are the trickiest part of the game currently, in my opinion, for picking. This is why EG is taking so much time here to decide who they want to ban. There's still Nature's Prophet, there's still Invoker, and they have to decide, and a Chen as well. And those are the 3 heroes that they have to decide. Which ones do they want to sneak through? Whichever one they ban here, or don't ban, is going to allow Navi to decide the game as well. They do have the first pick, so EG is getting first pick here. Navi gets the 2 picks after that. So they got to make sure to try to ban out the good heroes. So they're trying to go over all possible outcomes in their head right now. They have 20 seconds left, and they're going to ban out an Enchantress. So Navi gets 1 ban here. Chen is a possibility. This means that EG is more likely than not going to want to first pick a Chen. That's what they're thinking about doing. I would like to see maybe... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're going to go for. Invoker is a possibility, Chen is a possibility, and Nature's Prophet. Those are probably the 3 most likely heroes to see right here. Maybe a Rasta or a Windrunner. Maybe. That's going to make things kind of crazy. Navi's probably going to want to ban at least one of those 3 heroes. Or no, sorry. He's going to want... They could just ban a random hero, because then 2 of those 3 heroes will go to them. EG would get either probably Invoker out of those 3, but then Navi would get a Chen as well as an Enchantress. I'm sorry, Chen as well as a Nature's Prophet, which are both very strong pushing heroes, which is what we might end up seeing here. Minute 24 left for Puppy here, captaining for Navi, and we'll see what he ends up picking. Forgot to record this. Here we go. Record it on Own3D, that is. And it looks like it's going to be a Venomancer ban by Puppy, opting for that over something like a Chen or a Nature's Prophet. A little surprising, but I don't think this is a bad idea by any means, excuse me. So EG gets the first pick. They have about 40 seconds to make their decision. Preferably they won't spend too much more of their bonus time here, because they don't really have a whole lot of time left. Navi a little bit more composed in their heroes, and this is exactly what I said before. They decided not to ban one of those 3 really, really good heroes. Instead, they ban a hero who's slightly worse than them, which is a Venomancer. EG is going to first pick the Chen. They did already ban the Enchantress. And then Navi gets to pick Invoker and a Nature's Prophet here. There we go. Okay. Windrunner also a possibility. Might see that from EG next. I'm going to guess Windrunner and another hero. Could go a lot of different ways. They could grab Pushing. But I think they're going to grab Windrunner here. Most likely. Windrunner stuns, very good against a lot of different heroes. Very, very effective in that sense. And could pick up some other options as well. But Windrunner, quite a good hero. 15 seconds left on the clock, 20 seconds of bonus time after that. But they do have 2 picks, so could be Tidehunter, could be so many different heroes that I can't name off the top of my head, but I know there's plenty of good heroes. Rasta also a possibility. Rasta Windrunner, that could be our picks. Might not. 16 seconds left here for Melk. It's getting down to the wire. The team's a little unsure what they want to go for. Navi can still fill in a lot of holes here. 8 seconds left. And we're still in the second round pick stage. It's going to be a Beastmaster. He's got 4 seconds left. Pick something, Melk. Melk, pick something. It's going to be a Windrunner. Oh my god. That was close. If you guys don't know what happens, if you go down to 0, you get a random hero. You get a random hero. That's not good. That could really mess up your lineup. So it is a Windrunner with a Beastmaster. Vengeful Spear will be picked up by Navi. They've actually been drafting him fairly regularly here. The reason that they do end up drafting a Vengeful Spirit, usually they go a solo mid, or like a dual mid with Vengeful Spirit. They've been playing him kind of like a hard carry, kind of. And what this allows them to do is get up to that level 11 a lot faster, which means that Venge's swap is much, much more useful, first of all. But they get some decent items on him, like a Wraith Band, stuff like that. Wraith Bands, Treads, maybe like a Phase Boots. And then from there, he has a lot more team fight contribution due to auto attacks, Wave of Terror, more mana for stuns, all of this nice stuff that you normally don't get out of Vengeful Spirit, who ends up being kind of like a go in and die kind of hero. That's usually what we see a little bit more often. We will see a Broodmother ban as well out of EG and a Crystal Maiden out of Navi. So one more hero to ban each from the next upcoming teams. EG still has a lot of support heroes that they are missing, so I'm expecting Navi to use their second round ban on another support hero. Maybe a Tidehunter, something like that. Definitely a possibility. Maybe a ranged support. Witch Doctor is maybe viable. I don't really expect it, but you never know. Broodmother gets banned by EG because Navi is still kind of looking for another solo hero. Nature's Prophet can fill a solo role, but they may just throw him in the jungle instead. Gonna expect to see the Light of Heaven play that Nature's Prophet. He's very good. And it's actually going to be an Enigma banned by EG, fearing a little bit of team fight there. So it's going to force EG, or Navi, I don't know if they're expecting to grab that or not, but this is going to force Navi to not be able to play some decent team fight heroes. I feel like they might need to grab something like a Tidehunter to fill in their gaps a little bit, because as of yet, their only really strong teamfight hero is Invoker. Vengeful Spirit is pretty competent as well, but not quite as strong as like a Giant Ravage can be. Sand King is going to get banned by Navi as well, and that's going to prevent EG from using him. Those stun epicenters, man, they can really swing team fights, especially against Nature's Prophet. Sand King's a very, very good hero against him. He can stun ulti every single time. Doesn't even have to worry about getting disabled because Prophet doesn't have anything to be able to throw out there. And the fourth pick is going to be a Priest of the Moon here by EG. Now this is a little peculiar. It's not horrible. It's not weird. They already have a jungler. This is going to give them 3 solo possibilities. They have a ton of disables. Beastmaster Roar, Power or Shackle Shot, as well as a possible arrow. That's a good stuff for trying to pick off somebody like an Invoker. And Invoker is probably the main, he's pretty much the main hero that EG has to worry about right now. I really like their picks, actually. I think they're looking very, very good. I think Melk's doing a very good job here. Shadow Shaman is still a possibility. And there's going to be a Leshrac pick out of Navi, another support like that, or another. We saw this Leshrac last game, if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about. Leshrac has the stun, he has Diabolic Edict, he has Lightning, he has a lot of options. He can push, he can support, he can do kind of a weird semi-carry role by casting a lot. And they did draft him in the previous game. I'm very happy to see Leshrac get played more, or Leshrac, or whatever you want to call him. So, cool to see that out of Navi. EG is most likely going to grab a support here for their last pickup. Tidehunter is my guess, but I don't know. Could be a Tidehunter bottom lane. He's got about 5 seconds left, so we don't have to wait too long here to see what he goes for. 1 second left. Please pick a hero. It's actually going to be a Life Stealer.
Radiant team pick.
So I wasn't expecting that. That's weird stuff. Life Stealer will get played this game from EG. Didn't grab a support here. They grabbed a Life Stealer, which is going to give them some semi-carry. They already have a Potom. Who else is supporting? I guess Windrunner's supporting for sure. I guess Windrunner has to support in this case, and I I don't see the reason behind this. I'm a little confused. I'm sure Malk has something planned with this. I'm sure, once again, Windrunner's going to be playing support. Lifestealer will be getting farm. We're probably going to see Priest Moon solo top, Windrunner mid, Lifestealer bottom supported by Windrunner, and then there's the jungling Chen. So it's not horrible. It's a little weird, though. Was not what I expected to see, at least. And maybe that's what they decided all along. With that Lifestealer, things get a little weird. Navi is going to have another pickup here. Are they going to go for a hard carry? Are they going to go for a semi-carry? Are they going to try to do more of a pushing lineup? It's kind of hard to say what they're going to do. They've got 40 seconds on the clock here before they have to commit to something. And we'll see what they end up going for. 30 seconds left. They could go a lot of different ways. I don't know if they'll grab another support here or not. Their lineup's definitely very weird. Throwing the Leshrac in the mix there makes things kind of complicated. Lifestealer's going to be pretty happy about that, actually. Leshrac's abilities are semi-easy to predict, so you can pop Rage to counteract them. And I think that might be slightly what EG's going for here to counter the Leshrac. We'll see, though. 7 seconds left here. And they're going to go for an Earthshaker. It will be another support hero. And we may see a tri-lane of Leshrac as well as Earthshaker and Venge. I don't know why that game was lagging so much, but... Alright, here we go. For the Radiant team, Navi. Light of Heaven is going to be going...
Prepare for battle.
Looks like first game is going to be on US East, so we're going to play 2 on Europe to try to equalize the lag things. Alright. AA going to be playing Leshrac here. Looks like he's going to be supporting on the bot lane. Dendi is going to be playing the Invoker. Havost is going to be playing Vengeful Spirit. He looks like he is going for the semi-carry role. Lots of stats here with some regen. Puppy is going to be on the Earthshaker today. And finally, Light of Heaven is on the Nature's Prophet. Once again, guys, this is a best of 3. So there will be 2 more games after this, including on the VODs. I promise I'll render those out and upload tonight. And whoever ends up winning this goes into the finals of the defense, guaranteeing themselves, I think, 2,500 euros. They're both currently at top 3, 1,500 euro prize. Whoever wins this game guarantees themselves an extra 1,000 euros. This is a lot of money for a game, guys. That's 200 euros per person if they split it 5 ways. I'm sure management gets a little bit of that as well. But anyways, for the Dire team, E.G. Lacoste is going to be playing the Windrunner. He is going to support, has some wards there. Fear is going to be playing Lifestealer on the bot lane here. We have Demon on the mid lane playing his trademark Beastmaster. And on the top lane, Malk is going to be playing a Chen. Not too surprised about that one in Misery. On his Mirana, a lot of characteristic players playing their heroes, man. Beastmaster being played by Demon. Misery playing his Mirana.
Regeneration.
Not so much about Lifestealer and Fear or anything like that, but Malk, very good Chen as well. So pretty excited to see how this goes here. Malk doing some interesting blocking. Looks like they want to push the tower or something. He did block that just a little bit here. Generally, you don't want to do that because the first creep wave coming from the Radiant team is just going to slam on the buildings. But yeah, here come the Nature's Prophet Treants. He's going to be using these. We saw this in the previous game as well. He's going to use the Treants to run the creep wave past. The Treants will die to the tower. But then what happens is the second wave spawns, and they will clump up and push on past. And then that's going to be a 2-wave push, and there's no way that Misery can stop that. And in the meantime, he's taking a little bit of creep damage. So this works out pretty nice for them. Good play there once again. Melk looking for some creeps. He's going to find one. And it looks like it's going to be a Drug Troll Warlord. He's going to clear off these 2 creep waves. And I'm going to miss first blood on the bot lane. Looks like it's going to be Lacoste on the Windrunner. Sorry about that, guys. Tri lane with the Venge, Leshrac, and the Earthshaker. Venge probably starting off the stuns here. And then Leshrac following up with that stuff. So, my bad. Less talking, more game watching. Alright, Denny on the mid lane. Blades of Attack with a Ironwood Branch and a Tango. He's going to do some Cold Snaps against Demon right off the bat. Get 2 triggers in. Oh no, just a little bit too late there. Cold Snap's not going to happen. But this is a very strong tri-lane from Navi. Vengeful Spirit gets the last hits. He will get the first stun down. Once the first stun lands, Split Earth is going to be easy to land. And after that, an Earthshaker Fissure. So this is going to be really, really tough for Lifestealer here. He does pick up Rage at level 1, which is absolutely going to be worth it here. And he is being supported by the Windrunner, who does have Windrun, but we're still looking at a lot of nukes coming out of the Radiant team. So definitely going to be a dangerous situation for sure. Range Creep going to continue to get last hit. 53 damage on the Vengeful Spirit. Windrunner will get a couple hits into Puppy here. Just 2, it looks like. Maybe the Leshrac trading one back there. Nothing too big. And Light of Heaven now getting a little bit of EXP on the top lane, or at least these creeps are about to die. But Malk coming through with his Dark Troll Warlord. Mirana taking 3 hits there from the tower, and they're going to try to kill as much of this creep wave as possible. That way they don't have to worry about it getting pulled past. So at the very least, tons of skeletons. Going to tank a couple tower shots each. Is the Basilius finished? Yes, there is actually a Ring of Basilius finished on the Priest of the Moon. So the creep wave will get pulled back. The Light of Heaven will back up from this, and the tower's taking a lot of damage here already at level 1. Dark Warlord's making a big difference with that raised dead. Pretty low cooldown, only 25 seconds. So looks like tower might go down. Dark Warlord just trying to pressure Light of Heaven back. If he can get an attack off on the creep wave, that's going to mean a big difference, but I think this tower is going to go down possibly. I think they're going to try to force it. Skeletons do get spawned, and this is going to be a big impact. Does he get denied? Oh my god, Light of Heaven denies it. Such a good play there, looking for an arrow, maybe. Test of Faith on Chen. Are they going to be able to get the kill? The arrow does get dodged. Great play by Light of Heaven. That would have been his death if he did get eaten by that arrow. The Test of Faith from Milk would have done 100 to 200 damage, which is going to be plenty when his HP is only at 350. So great play there by Light of Heaven. Absolutely making really, really good use of a bad situation at that point. Dendi being aggressive, going to kill the boar. A little bit of mistake there by Demon. He does have his bottle ready to go, but Dendi does have a double damage here. With the double blades of attack, that is a dangerous situation, man. He's hitting for, actually just goes away there, but he was hitting for around 100 damage. Leshrac being played by the A, once again posturing on the bot lane. Vengeful Spirit getting the last hits, 2 stuns as well as a Wave of Terror. And looks like it's going to be smoke from Earthshaker as well as Leshrac. Squeezing on past, going towards the mid lane or something like that. Light of Heaven now backing up again. Mel continuing his push. The Dark Troll Warlord did end up dying, so skeletons are no more. And they're going to be swinging around trying to get behind the Beastmaster. Is it going to be possible? He's pretty tanky, 6 armor as well, making a pretty big difference. They are going to check Rune. They might just swing bottom. Vost is signaling for that. He does have his Magic Wand finished, boots up, as well as a Wraith Band. Who's going to be first? Are they going to go for Lacoste? They are going to do the Fissure Block. Light of Heaven comes in. Is he going to Sprout? There's the Sprout during the Wind Run, but he immediately eats the Tango. Fear in a little bit of trouble. He does get blocked off, and the damage is pretty severe, and the Rage is not going to save him there. He pops the Salve, but it's not going to be enough. He does go down. Great gank for Navi here. Light of Heaven teleporting in with the Nature's Prophet. He picks up a Ring of Basilius, which is actually going to help him out on the top lane. Once he does get a little healed up here, is he going to push the lane, or is he going to TP back bottom and defend? Misery is getting a little bit of free farm here. Mel coming back through. He's going to have a Satyr this time. Not the best creeper pushing, not nearly as good as a Troll Warlord, but not bad by any means. There's the nukes coming through. And it looks like Light of Heaven is going to commit to this until his TP is off cooldown. He does have one in his inventory as well in case he needs to go immediately. But now top tower taking a ton of damage. Navi is going to be looking to trade here. This may not be the best thing ever. There's the Axis from Demon. He's going to be trying to stop this push, and I think this is the time for Navi to now back up. Now that Demon is switched to the bot lane, I don't think they're going to be able to get this tower, and they will lose top eventually. Very, very soon, actually. Navi, it looks like they just want to give up on it. Lightning from A, just a single level currently. Axis come through, and the wave gets cleared. EG is going to defend this. Pretty big mistake there by Navi, in my opinion. They wanted to take that tower. That's normally what they end up doing, but the immediate rotate from Demon coming from the mid lane gives him that Wild Axe is able to spam with his bottle, and that clears out the entire creep wave. They have Nature's Prophet trees, but that's about it for their pushing. They do have a Diabolic Edict as well, but it's actually not skilled this game, so Treon's not that great against pushing when they have lots of low, or at least moderate damage AoE, so great play by EG so far. They're actually currently behind in kills, but they have 2 towers, 1.5 technically, because there was that great deny by Light of Heaven. But 1.5 tower advantage, 1,500 gold here, could mean the difference.
All things fall.
Both now backing up from the bot lane. He's level 5, just about to get a swap. A second Wraith Band now. Once again, the reason he does grab this, lots of HP, lots of mana, and good agility for last hitting and harass. These are item choices that we don't normally see because they pay off really heavily in the short run, but not in the long run. Getting something like a Manta style or a Yasha is going to provide much bigger items in the mid game when people end up hard carrying. But if you play a hero like Vengeful Spirit, who's generally played as a support hero, if he grabs those Wraith Bands instead, they perfectly combo with his viability. It's going to work. Venge as a carry is going to work well in the early to mid game, not really in the late game, and not going to see a swap here. Still not level 6, but not able to get a stun off either. They might be able to take this tower finally. He does have a single level of Diabolic Edict, but once again, Wraith Band's very good if you're going to be playing a carry Vengeful Spirit. Gives them early game viability, but not necessarily late game. But that's okay, because they're not really concerned about that. So, tower taking Diabolic Edict damage. Are we going to see some stun? There's the Windguard. Lacoste going to eat 2 stuns now. Will we see a fissure? No mana on Earthshaker. Lacoste in some trouble, though. A couple of last hits, and that maybe it needs one more. But I think he's actually going to get out of here. Vengeful Spirit is pursuing. There is no boots on Lacoste. Here comes a TP by Light of Heaven. Wow, where is he TPing from? He does get the kill, though. was ready to pop that ulti there, and there's a stun from Vengeful Spirit as well. They do secure the kill. Looks like Beastmaster died in the meantime. Not really sure. He must have died to Dendi, I guess. Dendi's spending a lot of mana for that one, but apparently did get the kill, so he's got to be pretty happy. Picks up the boar once again. Dendi, one of the best Invoker players, definitely outside of China, arguably the best outside of China. And a couple more last hits coming through. Is Leshrac going to get more levels of stun or Diabolic Edict? That's the real question. I think high levels of Split Earth this game are going to be very smart with the Vengeful Spirit in position, just because that's a guaranteed stun land, so getting a little bit of extra damage in there is going to be kind of nice. But the power shot comes through, trying to keep the creep wave alive, and the tower's up. Demon once again doing as much as he can. Looks like there's going to be a rune spawning in about 20 seconds here, so he's going to pop some bottle. He is actually level 6, just waiting to skill his ability there, just picking up the roar. Malk and Misery still trying to do as much damage as they can to the bot tower, but they're not doing bad, man. 950 out of 1600 at 8 minutes in the game. That's not something we normally see. Dendi going to clear up the mid lanes, continuing to farm here. Looking to do some pulling. He's level 5 now. Picks up a second level Lightning Storm. This is going to allow them to counter push a little bit better. If he just had Diabolic Edict and Split Earth, he would not be able to safely stop creep wave pushes from distance. So I think that's very smart. If you're now in the jungle using high levels of Feast here to jungle effectively, he's going to be able to pick off the Black Dragons here. And look how much he's lifestealing, man. Getting a lot on those first couple hits at least. So this is going to allow him to just auto attack and get a little bit of gold here, be a little bit more safe, and this way Lacoste can safely solo against the Vengeful Spirit, who's now level 6. Agility treads on him. I love his items. Very, very simple, cost effective. If you guys are bad players at the game, this is also, well, bad is a little bit of a broad term, but if you're new to the game, guys, double Wraithband Wand and a Power Treads on a hero like Vengeful Spirit is just a very, very safe item build. Gives you a lot of viability. Not necessarily great at the high levels, but does fill in a lot of very basic gaps, and it's going to make his attack speed pretty good. His agility is hitting hard, and once he gets his Vengeance Aura, he's actually going to be hitting quite hard. Because percent damages are based on your base damage, which it reflects your agility. So very, very cool stuff. Dendi just about to pick up his Drum of Endurance now. He does actually have, he does have the recipe. It's going to give him +9 stats, some good movement speed as well. Malk in position with a Centaur and an Ursa. Looks like he may want to push the mid tower. So Ursa still does have one cast left on him of the Thunderclap, 150 damage with a little bit of slow. It's actually a very, very good creep. One of the strongest, in my opinion. I think he's a little undervalued, but he does hit just as hard as the Centaur, and it does do the damage. You know, Centaur only does like 25 or something like that. Yeah, 25 damage from the War Stamp. It does disable you, but Thunderclap at times, especially in the early game, can be very, very effective. So, going to be roaming towards the bot lane. There's this smoke up now. Are they going to get sighted by the AA? Sorry. Playing that last track once again. Are they coming around? They're going to spawn the Hawk. Here comes the Roar. Roar goes down the Vengeful Spirit. They got to gank this carry as much as possible. Here comes the Clap. Here comes the Stomp. And no, not going to see a Stomp from Centaur. Nice play by Havos there. Stunning the Centaur. He knew that that was the only dangerous hero. And Fear's going to immediately infest a creep. Pop on out. Get full HP from that and clear the creep wave a little bit. The axes clear up as well. And Malk coming from behind. Trying to get behind someone. No, he's just going to place a ward down. The ward is in position. Navi now pushing the mid lane. They're going to trade tier 1s here. Good play from them. Are we going to see TP backs? TP's back? I don't know. That's the way to pronounce that. I don't know. Demon's going to get sent back, though, all the way back to the base. He's going to probably buy some TP scrolls, fill up his bottle, and then teleport towards the mid lane. Which we're going to see him do it in just a second. There's the Cold Snap on Misery. He's going to take a little bit of damage. He did do a leap, but is it going to be enough? Barely forcing him back there, but the tower is going to go get picked off by Navi. Bot tower as well. Who gets bot tower? Ooh, sloppy play by the bot team. EG not able to get the last hit on that tower. Their arrow's going to come through, not going to land on anybody, though. And 4-1 currently. EG looking good, though. They do have a 1 tower advantage now. It's a tier 2 up, but very, very close in gold graph. Definitely a very close game so far. Axe is going to clear the rest of the creep wave. And more push going on. Wow, Beastmaster taking a lot of damage. Looks like that was an open wounds. A little bit of follow-up from a couple other spells. And wow, he actually got the power shot. Great job there by Lacoste. That is huge. Picking off the Vengeful Spirit twice in a row there. He got killed by the Roar bot when there was the gank, and now going after Puppy. Here's the axes and the Roar as well. He's going to be doing a little bit of damage. Is the pig around? I do not see the boar. Misery looking for the arrow, but it's going to be a weird arrow, and it will not actually land there. A little weird stuff going on. Wow, Tornado from Dendi going to clean up. EMP now going on Demon. It's going to drain the rest of his mana. Fissure from Puppy as well. And Demon might be in a little bit of trouble. The Cold Snap is gone. Is he going to get sent back by Chen? Got a little juke there. Nice Shackle Shot to stop it momentarily. Light of Heaven trying to pick off. There's the Sprout. Malka's no mana. He can't send it back. Nothing he can do about it. Axes come through. But Malka's got to be sad. He's like, damn, man, sorry. I didn't have any mana. was not able to save him. He's waiting for the Arcane Boots to come off cooldown, but just did not have it. Need 100 mana to cast the Holy Persuasion. Nothing there, man. Windrunner now backing up, has a Robe of the Magi. I don't know if she's going to grab a Power Treads this game. It's a possibility. I would like to see her grab an Arcane, though, because they are fighting an Invoker, and he is already obviously going for a Wex Quas build. Those EMPs are a pain in the ass. Great regen for Invoker. I love finding regens when my mana is empty and I have no mana regeneration. Always really nice pickups. Light of Heaven in the jungle at the moment. See how his items are going. And he actually is going for a Hand of Midas this game, so he's going to try to go for a semi-carry build. I think this is very smart. They are once again up against a Lifestealer as well as the Priest of the Moon, as well as a semi-carry from Windrunner, so they do actually have to worry about hard carry potential, so I guess that's going to be him. He's going to probably go Hand of Midas into a Sheep Stick. We don't normally see Light of Heaven actually grab a Hand of Midas, but I think in this case it's going to be a very smart choice. Especially with Vengeful Spear not doing nearly as well as you thought she would be doing. So Venge on the bottom now. Level 7, 4 levels of stun. If you guys are wondering why I keep switching the camera view, it's because it's a Dota 2 observer bug currently where you can't actually check heroes occasionally, and you have to switch your spectators, so that can be very, very annoying. Believe me, it annoys me just as much as you guys. We're going to see some more AoE coming from Malk here. Going to clear those creep waves, no problem at all. Saving a little bit of mana on the Satyr. Does give a nice regen or a Malk. Going to be going for a mech as fast as possible. He's got 600 gold currently. Lacoste backing up. Actually, he's just going to go for a really fast drum, using that Robe of the Magi with the Bracer. I like the fact that he picked up the Robe first, though. Gives him 6 damage as well as that intelligence, so helps make up for the fact that he does not actually have Phase Boots, so I really like that. Demon on the mid lane bottle with a wand. We see a Priest of the Moon ulti. Is he going to be able to survive here? He needs to stop attacking. There's the Hand of God. He's going to need a Tornado, and that's going to be it for him. Why did he... Okay, there was a sentry on the ground, so no big deal. They did pop a sentry. No chance of him surviving there. They do get the kill. Killing spree there for Dendi now. He does have a Staff of Wizardry as well. Looks like he's going for a Force Staff shortly. Couple attacks. The Lightning's going to clear a couple things. And, ooh, the EMP barely dodged there by Lacoste. That would have been pretty dangerous. Could have lost a lot of mana. Now chasing after Fear. He's going to be waiting for a Tornado. 1 second. Can he rage it? That's the real question. Here it comes. The stun. Tornado. He does not get the rage off in time. He may rage now. Still hasn't done it. Lacoste will actually get picked off. Nice shackle there. Puppy going to be looking for a fissure. This could kill him. He's going to pop the rage. Nice cancel there by Puppy. And Fear going to continue moving. Nice roar from... Demon, who's now backing up Light of Heaven, trying to get the kill, spawns the Treants. There's the EMP, and things still looking bad for Fear. He's not out yet. Nice, he infests on one of the Treants. He's going to maybe pop out. Light of Heaven might be running these back to base. We're going to see. They want to wait till Lifestealer's forced to come out. That's pretty funny. Malk getting swapped, though. Creep's now coming through. He's still infested. He finally comes out, gets ready to rage. He does pop the rage. Unfortunately, wrong side of Dendi. Fissure block helping out, but Dendi does still go down A, dropping some lightning, trying to do some damage to the neutrals as well. And Lifestealer goes back to base, level 8, going for his armlet. Great decision-making by Fear there. That was scary, man. Hops into one of the Treants, his only modes of survival, and just waits it out. Unfortunately for Light of Heaven, he wasn't able to see which Treant was the regular one, and even if he would have just said, oh, I'm going to send it back to base, he could have just waited until the Treants were far away from him, and then Fear could have just hopped out and ran away, you know? So, very smart decision-making there by Fear. I'm kind of surprised it worked out, but it did work very well, now that I think about it. Alright, Vengeful Spirit now, back in the jungle, going to clear a couple centaurs up with some illusions. He is level 8, still hasn't picked up one of his auras, but the minus armor does make a big difference in the upcoming team fights. Puppy's going to drop a Fissure down on Misery, as well as Lacoste here. And Misery going for treads this game. Not opting for the phase that we sometimes see, but that's understandable. And might eat his stun. Nope, just another lightning. Maybe a Fissure from Puppy. He's got 2 seconds cooldown. They're still going to follow this, and the leap gets off. Tornado as well, but Imba Tornado is actually not going to hit. Man, that is so long range. Got 6 levels of Wex currently, so that is a range of 2,800 units. It is so good. It's a pretty narrow disable range, but once you do actually land it down, it's pretty beastly. Invoker actually going for a Yule Scepter this game. I think he might be using this preferably to just disable Lifestealer when he's not raged. Most likely what we're going to be seeing out of it. He is hitting quite hard with his Feast at the moment. A little bit extra physical damage every time he does slap through, which is quite great. And on the bot lane, still Vengeful Spirit farming. He's got 1900 gold. Probably going to grab a Yasha or a point booster. Or not a point booster, Ultimate Orb is what I'm expecting. I have seen him gone for a Manta style before, and unfortunately for him, hasn't really been able to do a whole lot this game. It's not something you normally see where they actually have to gank a Vengeful Spirit, but they went for it. They're like, Vengeful Spirit? Hard carry? Let's gank him. And they did it, so Great work so far from him, from EG at least, ganking him a lot. Navi's still in a kill advantage though, and if you look at the gold graph, very, very erratic. Currently 1,000 gold advantage for the Radiant team. Malk going to be backing up here, very, very close to his sheep, or I'm sorry, his mechanism, and the centaur does get saved just barely, almost denied there by Priest of the Moon. Did not want to give a little bit of extra money to Dendi, so good decision making there. He's just about to finish his Yule Scepter. Does he have the recipe? No, it's a medallion. Somebody getting a medallion. I'm not really sure who that's going to be. Vengeful Spirit, possibly? Nature's Prophet. Yeah, Nature's Prophet picking up medallion. Good decision making here. It's going to give nice minus armor. You can use this against Lifestealer to burst him down. He will be raging with his ability. It's called Rage. He's not actually mad as a person, but going to grab Rage, gives him magic immunity, and once you lower his armor down a little bit, it's going to be a little easier to kill him. And Nature's Prophet doing mostly physical damage anyways, and this is going to stack very, very nice with Venge's Wave of Terror. -5 armor, then you can minus another 6 armor, and stacking that up really makes it easier to burst down the heroes that you want to kill quickly. Alright, Malk now with a Centaur, a Satyr, as well as a Ursa. He's going to drop another ward down. Still a ways away from his mechanism. He's only got 168 gold, but he's doing a good job warding. He does grab invisibility. Can sometimes be very nice. Navi checking the bot rune, they're like, oh, there's a rune bot, but they're going to scout it out, nothing there. They know somebody has a rune somewhere. Puppy is well in position. Sentry ward, he's going to drop the sentry. I don't know if that's within range or not. Yes, it is, just barely. Wow, that is a good sentry ward spot. Look at that. Catches this spot, as well as this spot. It probably does not catch this one. That is really good. Ooh, Observer ward by Malk. Big mistake here. Look at that. They just dewarded this spot, and then he drops down another Observer ward. Malk not paying attention. That's kind of a mistake. That's a big deal. That's 100 gold right off the bat. And maybe he was expecting the ward to not cover those 2 positions, but Leshrac coming in here, and now they're going to deny it. Pretty big mistake. Malk's got to be mad about that one. He does have one more Observer ward, but where's he going to place it? This spot is taken. This spot is covered. This spot is covered. Pretty much all vision on Roshan is not going to happen unless he places it a little bit higher, something like this, which is going to make it so you can't actually see the rune. But nice little ward battles going on now. Like Invoker very close now to his Yule Scepter. Vengeful Spirit getting some more hits, and he does have his Yasha picked up. Good movement speed from that. Beastmaster thinking about dropping the Roar down. He does have a single level of Inner Beast. He's going to get the boar picked off there. Greater Hawk in position, though, giving great vision. There's the Observer ward from both teams. They do have a Sentry in position. This is to counteract Priest of the Moon ulti if they do want to initiate with that. Very smart. Still pulling the creeps past. There's the EMP Tornado. Cost is going to get eaten by that one. Taking some damage as well. Good fissure from Urshik to follow that up with. And there's the Infest. Well, apparently he's been in Beastmaster for a while. I didn't even notice that. He does have his armlet as well. He's going to switch out, go to a different place to farm. And looks like Malk running through the jungle as well, just dropping a ward down. Just going to get some vision. This nice ward position is going to see a little bit of stuff here, so anybody moving that way. And as well, the general way for Radiant team to enter the Dire jungle is going to be through this general entrance. Up here, this way, etc. Greater Hawk on the high ground. Nice fissure from Puppy, going to clear that out. It's always good to snipe those. Anytime you can snipe those, do it, man. No enchant totems quite yet for Puppy. I'm going to expect him to grab that eventually here. But this is going to allow him to do a little bit more AoE damage when it comes down to Aftershocks. I'm sorry, for Echo Slams and any melee range fissures. There's an ultimate orb up on Mayrana. And Navi now pushing up the mid lane, still waiting for an initiation. The whole team is just waiting. Fear not getting any farm at the moment. Not a huge deal, because once again, they don't really have to worry about getting out-carried too much. Nature's Prophet actually picks up a mechanism now. Going for the hard support build. I like this choice, though. Power treads on him as well to make up for his lower HP. And Malk coming for a gank on the top lane with the smoke. They're going to be trying to kill Nature's Prophet. Are they going to be able to, though? It's going to be tough. They're going to need to get a disable off, but I don't know if they will be able to. Are we going to see the arrow? There's Malk showing himself. Damage is being done. I think they're just going to show them. Try to do a counter push in the meantime, but Navi's going to then take the mid lane. Diabolic Edict cleaning up, and Invoker gets the last hit. And here are the creep waves up. Nature's Prophet will ulti. This is going to do some good damage. It's going to sprout onto a Centaur within tower range. No. Medallion, though, might be enough. Is Centaur? No, Centaur's actually going to survive there, barely. 200 HP Misery now in the jungle. And Navi is out for blood. They did pop a smoke. They're trying to lead off Malk. Malk should have TP'd out, but he didn't have one. He buys the recipe. It's going to feed a little bit of gold and neutrals, but it doesn't really matter too much for him. He does get picked off. He lost about 60 gold. There's reliable gold was 19, so not a huge loss for Chen. He does give more gold to the Invoker, though, so that's the trade-off, but could have been worse, that's for sure. He did buy his mechanism recipe. That's the most important thing there. So good play there by Malk, making the best out of that situation. How many of his creeps did he salve or save as well? I don't see any movement on the map, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like they all died. Oh, team fight coming now. Misery, Light of Heaven taking some disables. Apparently got roared or something. Demon in a lot of trouble though. Cold Snap on him, and Shackle catching Puppy to Invoker. Arrow comes through as well, going to land down on Earthshaker, but they will not be able to go in on that one. AA trying to get a lead off. Are we going to see Nature's Prophet TP? He's checking for jukes. There's the Vision, Cyclone down on Windrunner. Windrunner in a lot of trouble now. There's the Ice Wall. He does not want to run into that. He does dodge the stun very barely. Nice play by Lacoste. Getting ready to do the Shackle off, but the damage is too much. He's going to get picked off. Great play by Invoker so far, by Dendy, of course. Demon being a little aggressive. I don't know if I completely agree with this. It's a little scary, but here comes the Lifestealer. Puppy gets found as well. There's the open wounds. He may just rage this. He does get it off there. Couple hits on Earthshaker. Nice play by Fear. Not fun to play Earthshaker against a Lifestealer. Lifestealer, very, very good counter against Earthshaker. Malk in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the EMP Tornado. He's going to try to run outside of the wall, taking some nukes there. Not even going to get his mech off. Getting absolutely trashed there by the chain combos. Leshrac getting that kill. Arrow now in Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven in some trouble. Here come the Axes. Fear going to try to pick this off as fast as possible. He does get his mech off, which is a pretty big deal. There's the Tornado as well. Fear trying to do as much as possible. No, the armor levels on Nature's Prophet just too high. Fear getting a little too over himself. And not going to be able to tread switch, infest, tread switch, infest, no! He didn't have enough mana for the infest, guys. He had the cooldown, but not enough, and now Demon taking a lot of damage. Here's the Sprout on him, and takes a lot. Arrow goes down. Leshrac gets landed on 14-5 here. Navi just winning their teamfights barely there. Lifesteal, unfortunately, was literally 5 mana away from infesting. Could have hopped into a creep, hid there for a second, maybe hopped out, gotten full HP, and continued fighting, but Light of Heaven just too tanky. He almost got picked off there by the Lifestealer, but with that armlet, with the medallion as well as the mechanism, his armor levels are ridiculous, which makes him quite survivable against Lifestealer. The mid tower drops. Now going for the tower, maybe. Arrow is going to land on the Vengeful Spirit. Lacoste looking for a Shackle Shot. Great Cyclone by Dendy to try to stop that initiation, but it still lands down. Cold Snap now on Lacoste. He's taking a lot of damage. Leshrac does get picked off. Power Shot almost killing Vengeful Spirit, but he's going to make it out 30 HP. No! Misery leaps on forward, gets the last hit. He's going to run through the Ghost, or the Ice Wall now. Still trying to pursue Dendy, but it's going to be hard to catch up there. Are they going to get anybody else? Looks like Light of Heaven teleports to the top lane now. Handamitis, 18 seconds to go. He's got 1,600 gold, still quite a ways away from a Sheepstick, but good defense there at the last second by EG. Still fighting up a hill, though, if we look at the gold graph. Yeah, look at that. Up to 7.5k advantage for Navi now. Malk can be swinging through the jungle, trying to pick up some more creeps. He does have a single melee creep over here that will die eventually. He's going to find mud golems. Never fun to find. Chasing after Light of Heaven. They haven't shot an arrow yet. They're thinking about it. He needs to land the arrow, otherwise we're not going to get the open wounds. And it looks like Light of Heaven's just going to make it. Unfortunate for them. AA cheering for Light of Heaven. He's a little scared there. A little surprised he didn't shoot the arrow, but Light of Heaven has proved thus far that he can dodge arrows very appropriately. He's a very talented player, one of the best currently. Demon on the bot lane now, looking to defend the push. I know he has a Vanguard finish, yes he does, with a cloak as well. Is he going for a pipe? Greater Hawk giving Vision. Light of Heaven may get ganked here. Are we going to see the slow? Once again, running from his life. He's going to get the roar though. There's the disable. Here comes the boar slow. Power shot. Shackle shot will not land. Pretty big mistake there. He does get mech'd, and that may be it. No disables coming for him. Possibly should have just saved the Shackle Shot. Now a lot of damage being done. It'll cost EMP Tornado. Quas gets picked up, and the Cold Snap going to clear him up. Light of Heaven now going aggressive on Demon. Demon a little bit of trouble. Their ganks so far just not working out very well. AA trying to... Beastmaster's going to do his best to juke, but AA is just right on him there. With the level 4 Dialogue Edict, just so much damage being done. And EG not looking strong enough. Their ganks are just simply not happening. Nature's Prophet with the mech, as well as the medallion, just making a big difference. There's the... Persuasion as well as the Test of Faith going down. Tornado will barely miss. Did he actually find his way through? I'm a little surprised. Malk being pursued now. Fear as well taking damage. Another Cyclone going down on Malk. I love the Yule's usage of Invokers so far this game. Dendy just rocking face, man. Anybody out of position, he just absolutely makes up for it. There's the Mithril Hammer on Lifesteal, but he will survive this. Navi now looking to take the mid tower. A couple Forged Spirit spawns by Dendy. Me pushing those lanes. 800 HP left on the melee barracks. Likely to go down. Power shot by Lacoste, trying to slow this down. Beastmaster is going to Axes. It's not going to be enough though. Glyph does get popped to mech. There's just too many creeps here. Puppy dropping another Fisher down. Going to catch 2 heroes. There's a nice Yules as well as an EMP. Yes, that's going to drain all of Fear's mana. Dendi is so good, man. Doesn't even give him the chance to react with the Rage. Sends him up in the air, drops the EMP. This is good Yules usage, man. Makes me rethink my Dendi, my Invoker item builds. Dendi is so good. It's ridiculous. There's a Shackle Shot on A. He's going to need a Power Shot there, but he's not too worried about that. He actually has Vanguard as well as a couple Bracers. Just wants to tank up very heavily here. There's another EMP on the high ground. Stun goes down on Fear, but he's going to Rage it. Arrow's going to land on A, though. This creep is going to do disgusting amounts of damage. No, maybe not. Beastmaster roars. There's the Echo Slam doing a little bit there. Fissure goes down in Misery. Malk's going to heal as well after Dendi. Puppey does go down, though. Not looking good for Lacoste. Changing targets, going on Vengeful Spear now. He does have a Manta style. Fear trying to do as much as possible. He's getting sent back, though. He does get out of there. Misery does leap. Wow, great swap there by Ekvost. That was really good. Swaps to disable the leap. Perfect timing. That was a really great play. Good reaction time. Catapult does go down. Creeps up on the high ground now, doing damage to the tower. And this could be Rax number 2. EG trying to do everything they can to stop this, but Navi is just playing too well. Tower gets cleared out. The Diabolic Edict creep wave as well. Now doing tons of damage to the melee barracks. We might even see a good game shortly here. Melee barracks is down. Ranged barracks will be next. And it does drop. Fear trying to defend the mid lane, but just an Armlet as well as a Mithril Hammer. Not able to contribute a whole lot. Ninja Tornado going to snipe Chen on the mid lane. Still just Arcane. Are we going to see the... Oh, wow. He's even going to be using Sun Strikes here just to scare Malk. Dude, Dendi. Dendi, you're too good. It's just ridiculous. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, though, going to be casting like nobody's business. 3 levels of Quas and 3 levels of Exhort. So he's going to have a double Forge Spirit in a second here. And there's the Forge Spirit picked up. Still not quite 4 and 4, though. He does get 2 Forge Spirits once he gets 4 of each. Roshan taking a lot of damage. This is actually the first Roshan in the entire game, surprisingly. Vengeful Spirit's damage is ridiculous. 115 plus 38. Even Light of Heaven actually picking up a Sacred Relic. Are you kidding me? He's like, you know what? I'm just getting damaged. I don't know if he's getting a Radiance or if he's getting a Rapier, but I mean, they're pretty fine either way. There's a Tornado. It's invisibility, or an invisibility on the Earthshaker. This is a disable. Beastmaster completely out of position here. He didn't realize he was being seen. So much nuke damage goes down. He immediately dies. Going after Malk as well. Nice fissure block from Puppey, and Malk doing everything he can before he goes down. He will get picked off. Tries to go invisibility. Tries to go invisible. Lacoste now being pursued. There's a Chaos Meteor doing damage a little bit to Priest of the Moon, but going after Lacoste now. Sentry gets dropped. He's going to eat a Tango and coming on through, but the damage is too high. Navi is just rocking this game. Good game is called. Navi's going to take game 1, guys. We're going on game 2 in just a second here. Once again, best of 3 for the defense. Game is not over yet. EG trying to fight to stay in the winners bracket finals. They can still win. It's not over yet. They can still get first place. Even if they lose this best of 3, they're going to get kicked out. Whoever loses this gets kicked to the lowers bracket, or the losers bracket. I'm sorry. And has to fight against the losers bracket winner, which I guess means that whoever wins this doesn't guarantee. Yeah, whoever wins this guarantees second place. But whoever loses it could get lost to third. So EG taking a loss there. Navi taking a great win. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next game. I'll be right back.